What's going on, guys? Just going with random guys today, coming at you with something really insane regarding the Legend of Zelda official timeline. The picture you guys see up on screen is the official timeline as we knew it, which was included in the Hyrule Historia. But apparently Nintendo has went and switched a couple things around, one game specifically, as well as added a couple games that have been released since this this official timeline in the Hyrule Historia. Now, if you go over to nintendo.co.jp, so the Japanese Nintendo website, and you go to the Zelda part of the website, there's a history section. You guys can see it up on screen right now. It's all in Japanese, but you guys can still kind of make out what it is. Right here is the official timeline. Okay, so it starts off here with Skyward Sword, just like in the picture. The next up we have, excuse me, the Minish Cap. Next up we have what is it? It's in Japanese. We have 4 swords. Excuse me. So we have 4 swords. I believe that's what this is, anyways. Then we have Ocarina of Time, right? Ocarina of Time is where everything splits into 3 timelines. So right here, obviously, it starts off as one singular timeline. Excuse me, but at Ocarina of Time, it splits off into 3. The hero is defeated. It goes off into A Link to the Past, etc., etc. The hero is triumphant. You got the child era and the adult era. The adult era, splits off into the Wind Waker, and the child era splits off into Majora's Mask. So if we go over here. So this is going to be the hero is defeated. You have A Link to the Past. You have Link's Awakening. Okay, you see this? Oracle of Ages and Oracle of Seasons is supposed to be before Link's Awakening. We have Link's Awakening, and then you have the Oracle game. So Nintendo went and put Link's Awakening before the Oracle games. So they've literally switched things up. This is the official website. I'll link in the description below. They've went and switched things up, and apparently Link's Awakening actually comes before the Oracle games. I don't know why they did that. I don't think it's a mistake, but it's very interesting because, again, this has been the official timeline as of the Hyrule Historia. Obviously, Nintendo created this timeline because fans were going off and speculating which game came where, and fans basically created the idea of a timeline. So Nintendo created something official with it. So they can change it if they want to, obviously, but it's very, very interesting that they have. Obviously, after that, like I said, we have the Oracle games. Then we have A Link Between Worlds. So A Link Between Worlds comes after the Oracle games. So if you look at the picture, it's A Link to the Past, Link's Awakening, Oracle games, then A Link Between Worlds, and then after that, it's Triforce Heroes. So right after that, Triforce Heroes comes in the timeline, and then after that, it would be The Legend of Zelda, and then it'd be The Adventures of Link, or The Legend of Zelda 2. But then after that, here's what's really interesting. After that, very bottom, at the very bottom of the timeline, you got Breath of the Wild. Okay, the very bottom of the hero is defeated. Now, all of you guys who were speculating, oh, Breath of the Wild is in the hero is defeated timeline, don't laugh too quick, my friends. Don't laugh too quick. Let's scroll back up here. Okay, we're gonna scroll back up. If we can ever get to the top, there we go. Now we're gonna click here. This right here is the hero is triumphant. Okay, so it splits off into these two. So the hero is triumphant. We got the child era. Okay, so if we go here, you can see child adult. We're gonna go into the child era. Okay, so you got Majora's Mask, just like the timeline, followed by Twilight Princess and 4 Swords Adventures. Okay, Twilight Princess, 4 Swords Adventures. But again, if we scroll to the bottom, Breath of the Wild. Breath of the Wild is also at the bottom of the child era. But we're not done. I swear to you, we're not done. Okay, we're going to go to, okay, that's victory. All right, adult. So we're gonna go to the adult timeline. All right, you guys ready for this? Okay, we got Wind Waker, right? Wind Waker, followed by Phantom Hourglass, right? Phantom Hourglass, which is followed by Spirit Tracks, which is followed by Breath of the Wild. So it's absolutely insane. Now, I know a lot of you guys might say, "Well, they just threw it there because whatever." I honestly believe this solidifies the theory I had way back when Breath of the Wild came out. Okay, originally one of my first theories was that it was I forget what I think I said. It was like right after Ocarina of Time or something. I can't remember what my original theory was. But you know, after the game came out, my new theory was the fact that I strongly believed that Breath of the Wild was connecting the 3 timelines back into a singular timeline. And if we go off of the official website's history, again, this is under history, right, on nintendo.co .jp/character/Zelda/history. Okay, you go there for yourselves. I'm going to link it in the description below. You can see for yourselves. Breath of the Wild is at the bottom of every single timeline, and I think the reason for that is because, again, Breath of the Wild is connecting all 3 timelines back into one. Now, how is it doing that? Obviously, I don't know. That's a little bit of a deeper kind of theory to dive into in a different video, but it's very interesting that it does come at the very end of all 3 timelines on the Japanese website. And I do, again, strongly believe that that does solidify the theory I had, that Breath of the Wild indeed connects all 3 timelines, and that's why we see certain things that are literally in every single timeline. For example, we see the Majora's Mask. Now, I know this is just DLC stuff, but it's still canon, right? We see the Majora's Mask, right? We see stuff from like Wind Waker and Phantom Hourglass and Twilight Princess and Ocarina of Time. Well, Ocarina of Time was before the split, but still, we literally see different aspects from every single timeline in Breath of the Wild. You know, there's hints of different things from each timeline. So again, I think Nintendo, you know, they you got to think about this, right? This timeline was created because fans were starting to create their own timeline, and Nintendo wanted to put something out official, right? But they had to make sense of the timeline, so they had to kind of, you know, have this 3 split. It just kind of made sense, right? It made more sense to have this 3 split than what, you know, to have them all one after another. So they're basically forced to make this kind of split of 3 different, you know, timelines after Ocarina of Time. And I think they want to simplify it by bringing it back into one, you know, singularity, if you will. So I think that, you know, they're trying to tie all these 3 back into Breath of the Wild, and then moving forward after Breath of the Wild, you know, the timeline will hopefully be more direct and straightforward moving on then. Who knows? Maybe down the road, a few games later, they'll decide to make another split. But for now, you know, they kind of want to bring it back into one singular timeline. So anyways, enough of my ranting. I just thought that was very interesting. I want to kind of share that with you guys because, again, I had that theory before that that Breath of the Wild did connect those 3 different splits back into one, and I thought that was pretty cool to see. And the fact that Link's Awakening has been switched out with the Oracle games, and now it comes before the Oracle games instead of after. So let me know what you think about all that in the comments below. Again, I will link the official website in the description so you guys can go check it out for yourselves. It is in Japanese, but you can still make it out. It still has, you know, Breath of the Wild and stuff, the logos and the pictures. You can still make out which game is which, and, you know, where it comes in the timeline. So again, let me know what your thoughts are about this in the comment section below. I thought it was pretty cool, and I know we just got Breath of the Wild not long ago, but I cannot wait for another Zelda game on the Switch or even on the 3DS. I'll take any new Zelda game, whether it's a remake, it's a remaster, it's a brand new game, anything. I'm a huge Zelda fan. I know a lot of you guys are too, and I can't wait to have more Zelda, man. I'm still hoping for an HD remake of Skyward Sword, or, you know, maybe like an actual HD remake of Majora's Mask and Ocarina of Time. It's not too far-fetched. They made Twilight Princess on 3 different consoles. They could, you know, make Ocarina of Time, Majora's Mask in HD on the Switch. Let's hope. But anyways, that's a discussion for another day. I'll catch you guys very soon. Make sure you guys subscribe, the comment, share, and all that awesome stuff. And like always, until next time, my friends, game on.